High School inside the Woodard Gymnasium, to be more specific. And you're listening to Model Basketball Night on WLAQ, presented by Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales. And with that said, we're going to turn it over to PA announcer Nathan Patterson.
Ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for our final game of the evening. Wearing black jerseys with silver numbers, the starting lineup for the visiting Coosa Eagles. Number 3, Ashton Williams. Number 21, Joseph Richardson. Number 24, Landon Tate. Number 32, Zaire Filial. And number 50, Aaron Davis. And coach for the Eagles, Coach Tommy Lewis. And now wearing white jerseys with blue numbers, the starting lineup for the Model Blue Devils. At point guard, a 5'7" senior, number 10, Darian Richardson. Starting at forward, a 6'2" senior, number 23, Cole Mathis. Starting at forward, a 6'5" junior, number 25, Jacqueline Hurd. Starting at guard, a 6'1" senior, number 30, Dane Fisher. And starting at center, a 6'9" sophomore, number 42, Jeremiah Hurd. Head coach for the Blue Devils, Coach Jacob Barabbas.
All right, we definitely thank Nathan Patterson, PA announcer, letting us pick up his feed so we can get those exciting introductions. And we are just about to get underway from inside the Woodard Gymnasium. This is going to be a good one. Kind of trying to catch my breath before we get this thing started, because I got a feeling it's going to be really, really exciting. But right now in the circle at midcourt to get things going, you've got Jacqueline Hurd for Model, and then for Coosa, they will win the tip by the hands of Zaire Filial, and Coosa's going to open up on offense. You've got Aaron Davis right now with the basketball. The Eagles are in their kind of black-gray uniforms with black letters and numbers. Here's a long shot for Filial. That's going to be off the front of the rim. It won't go. Dane Fisher chases down the board. Here comes Jacqueline Hurd after the pass and loses control of the ball. It sails out of bounds. It's going to be back with the Coosa Eagles. So just getting underway here in Woodard Gymnasium. 7:35 left to go. Each team has had a possession and no points. Here's a shot, well, a shot attempt by Jeremiah Hurd from Model as they'd gotten the ball back from Coosa. Can't get the shot up. It is knocked away by Coosa. Here is Coosa Eagles on the other end. Ball is deflected out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Eagles. Big crowd on hand for this one tonight, folks. You can feel the energy in the room, no doubt about it. These fans are excited. There's Williams, a little floater off the glass and rattles in here for the Coosa Eagles. They're up 2-0. 7:08 left to go in the first quarter of the basketball game. Darian Richardson for Model with it on the other end. Leaves it for Jacqueline Hurd. Floats it down to Jeremiah. He goes in, puts up the shot, misses. Rebound's going to be picked up by Coosa, and a foul is going to be charged against the Model Blue Devils. They're going to get Jacqueline Hurd on that one. That'll be the first foul of the game. So we've played 1:06 of this one, and already we're going to have a timeout. We'll do the same thing. 6:54 left to go in the game. Coosa up 2-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Coosa on the inbound pass, got over near the sidelines in front of their bench, went out of bounds, so Model's got the ball. They feed it in to Jeremiah Hurd. He tries to bank it in off the glass, misses, and he's going to the charity stripe as he's fouled on the way up. So we're going to see Jeremiah Hurd at the charity stripe with an opportunity for Model to put some points on the board here early in this game. They trail to Coosa 2-0. 6:48 left to go first quarter. The free throw is in. So we get ready for his second free throw. Next free throw on the way. He'll knock that one in. Not as pretty as the first one, but it'll work. Rattles in. And now Model's tied it up with a couple of free throws from Jeremiah Hurd. Coosa works around some pressure. Aaron Davis back to Zaire Filial. Makes a move to the basket. Turns. Fadeaway jump shot is going to be no good. Rebound's going to be picked up by Jeremiah Hurd. On to Fisher, on to Jakinis Hurd on the left wing side. He'll feed it up to Richardson. Great ball movement on this possession here from the Blue Devils. Fisher backs his way in, gets blocked going up. Ball's going to be picked up by Richardson. Here for the Coosa Eagles, Joseph Richardson. A nice feed outside, open three-point shot. Can't be knocked down by Williams. And the rebound goes to the Model Blue Devils. Darian Richardson brings it across the timeline, leaves it for Cole Mathis at the top of the key. He feeds it down low to Jeremiah Hurd, who posts up, shoots, and scores. And Model's up 4-2. Here comes Aaron Davis, dribbling at center court line. Leaves it for Williams. Williams, a skip pass to the right wing side, now back up top to Davis. Davis, a floater off the back of the rim, rattles in. And Aaron Davis picks up his first basket of the game. We're tied back up at 4 apiece. Richardson leaves it for Dane Fisher. Onto the right wing side they go to Jakinis Hurd. Back out to Darian Richardson. On to Fisher. Model in their white uniforms with blue letters and numerals. And that's going to be a turnover for the Blue Devils. So Coosa going to get the ball, and we're all tied up at 4 apiece with 5:20 left to go in the first quarter. Ashton Williams takes the inbound pass, gives it off to Joseph Richardson. Richardson back to Williams. They work around the pressure. Pass over to Aaron Davis is going to pinball between him and Dane Fisher and go out of bounds. I think it last went off the feet of Fisher. It did, so we're going to see Joseph Richardson trigger it in here for the Coosa Eagles. He takes a pass off the inbound pass. Gets blocked on the shot. It's knocked out of bounds here by Jeremiah Hurd, so it's going to stay with Coosa. Almost to the 5-minute mark of our first quarter. Zaire Filial for three, and it's nothing but net. So Zaire Filial knocks down a three-point shot, and Coosa up by 3. Darian Richardson dribbling up top, screen set by, oh my goodness, downtown is Darian Richardson knocking down a three-point shot. And now we're tied back up at 7. We're off to a great start here between Coosa and Model. Model playing at home. Aaron Davis with nice ball handling skills, kicks it out the left wing side, and oh my, Zaire Filial, and yes, he knocks down a second three in 2 possessions here for Coosa. 10-7, Coosa on top by 3. Here's Model on the other end. Cole Mathis says, I can do the same thing on the other end, and he drains a three-point shot. We're trading three-point looks here, 10 apiece. Model and Coosa, 4 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock, and that, my friends, is an air ball off the hands of Landon Tate. Gets a little razzing here from the Model crowd. Fisher tries to feed it down low. It's picked off by Coosa. Aaron Davis leaves it off for Richardson for 3, and he knocks it down. What a beautiful shot set up by Aaron Davis. And the finish from Richardson on the three-pointer. My, oh my, great shooting to start the game for both teams. Darian Richardson with it. Coosa now up 13-10. Long three-point shot for Cole Mathis for Model. He's got 2 of his own. 13 apiece, 3:25 left to go here in the first quarter. Look at the shooting taking place here in Woodard Gymnasium tonight in our first quarter. My, oh my. Zaire Filial leaves it off for Richardson. Fadeaway jump shot in and out. It won't go. And the ball is going to be knocked loose out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Model, so it's going to stay with Coosa. Substitutions into the game for Model. Now on the floor, you're going to have Braxton Sims, also Jalen Searcy and Joey Samples. Jakinnis Hurd stays on, as well as Dane Fisher. Here's Richardson for three. That one's short. Rebound taken by Joey Samples, who gets a board right after entering the game. Braxton Sims will give it to Fisher, on to Jalen Searcy. And I think that's one of the advantages that you'll have from Model in this game. I think their bench is a little bit deeper than you have with the Coosa Eagles, and they'll try to take advantage of that, keeping fresh legs on the floor. Three-point shot from Jakinnis Hurd is missed. Rebound taken by Sims, on to Fisher. Fisher banks it in. Dane Fisher with the basket, and Model with a 2-point 15-13 lead. Foul is going to be picked up by Jakinnis Hurd. That's something to look at, because we're early in this game, not even 6 minutes into the first quarter, and Jakinnis Hurd has to check out because he's picked up 2 quick fouls. Aaron Davis to feed it in, gets it into Williams. Williams is going to bring it across the Emmett Center court. Williams picks up his dribble, feeds it on to Joseph Richardson. He'll set things in motion to Zaire Filial. Filial picks it up, gives it out to Aaron Davis, being guarded by Jalen Searcy. Back up top they go to Filial, now onto the right wing side to Williams. We're almost to the 2-minute mark of our first quarter, with Model leading it by 2. Aaron Davis will get it back out to Williams. They'll set up their half-court offense. They'll reset. Williams gives it to Richardson. Ball is going to be nearly knocked loose by Dane Fisher, but Richardson's able to hang on to it. Gives it to Filial, who knocks down a three. Oh, man. Look at the shooting. 16-15. 3 threes made by Zaire Filial here in the first quarter of the basketball game. This has been unbelievable. 4 threes have been made by Coosa here in this first quarter, and you've had 3 threes made by Model. Right now, Coosa on top by 1, 16-15. Cole Mathis with it on the left wing side. Ball is going to be knocked loose by Richardson and out of bounds. Braxton Sims set to set things in motion for Model on their offensive side of the floor. They'll feed it into Dane Fisher. He's got some neon pink shoes on tonight. Those certainly stand out. Fisher on to Braxton Sims, dribbles baseline right to the basket and in. Braxton Sims with his first basket of the night. And he has really improved. Been really impressed with the progress that young man has made from last season to this season. He's making a big difference on this team. There's an air ball for Aaron Davis on the other end. Model up 17-16. Dane Fisher here, he'll pop up a 3. That one's going to go high off the rim and off. Won't go. Zaire Filial pulls down the rebound. He's one-on-one with Cole Mathis. Goes in and misses. Cole Mathis was trying to draw the charge, but he was moving his feet, apparently, and that's going to be a blocking foul, sending a man to the free throw line, Zaire Filial, who's got 9 points in this game, looking to add to his totals. If he makes the first, he's going to tie the ball game up. Rattles off the rim, won't go. And so the score remains Model 17, Coosa 16, with 50.3 seconds left on the clock. He's got one more free throw of the pair, and this one will put us at a dead heat if he makes it. So Zaire Filial, standing at the free throw line, shoots and makes it. So we are tied up again, 17 apiece, 50.3 seconds left on the clock. Jeremiah Hurd checks back into the game for Model for Joey Samples. So for Model, you've got Jeremiah Hurd, Jalen Searcy, Darian Richardson, Braxton Sims, and Cole Mathis. I'll tell you Coosa's players in a moment. Dribbling baselines, Cole Mathis feeds it around to Braxton Sims. Back out to Jalen Searcy, who drives towards the paint. Ball is going to be tied up. We're going to have a jump ball, and the possession arrow is with Model. That'll give us a chance to tell you who's on the floor for Coosa. Aaron Davis. Also, you're going to have a Marion Moore. Josh Dixon is out there now. There's a 3-point look for Darian Richardson. He's got 2 tonight. 20-17, Model up by 3. 26 seconds left to go on the clock in the first quarter. Here's Coosa on the other end. Ball is loose on the floor, picked up by Jeremiah Hurd. Hurd on to Darian Richardson. Now we'll tell you who's on the floor for Coosa. Joseph Richardson. Aaron Davis. 6 seconds on the clock for Model to in the first quarter. Here is Cole Mathis from way out, and that's going to be short off the front of the rim. And the score at the end of 1 quarter of play, Model 20, Coosa trailing with 17. We're going to send it back to the studio for a 1-minute time on WLAQ. We'll be back. Well, both teams delivering the goods so far in this one. Zaire Filial gets blocked trying to shoot a three by Jeremiah Hurd. Model's got the ball. They send it down to Braxton Sims on the right wing side. Now Dane Fisher's got it at the top of the key. Drives in, shoots, and makes the layup. Great move to the basket by Dane Fisher. He's got 4 points, and now Model's got a 22-17 lead with 7:30 left to go here in the first half of play. Coosa with the ball. Williams on to Aaron Davis. Davis being guarded right now by Dane Fisher. Davis makes a move inside, kicks it out to Joseph Richardson from the left wing side. A three-point look there for number 24, Landon Tate, and he drives it home. 22-20 your score. Coosa trails by 2, and Braxton Sims takes one step too many in front of the official. That'll be a Model turnover. Coosa getting the ball back. Pretty close to full on Model side of things, about, I'd say 60% full on Coosa's end, but you also have people wrapped around the rafters. Shot up, a floater missed by Joseph Richardson and Coosa. One and done trip for the Eagles. Here come the Blue Devils back on the other end with a 2-point lead, 22-20. Cole Mathis on to Dane Fisher on the right wing side on top of the GHSA logo. Stops at the free throw line, shoots, misses. Aaron Davis pulls down the board. He's on the other end. And he is going to be fouled, kind of grabbing out of his left knee. Great sportsmanship as 2 Model Blue Devils go over to help Aaron Davis up off the floor. Cole Mathis and Braxton Sims. Both teams playing very aggressive style of play tonight. It's been a very frenetic pace to start the game. Dane Fisher is going to feed it in to Darian Richardson. He'll cross the center court stripe and give it right back to Dane. Dane leaves it off for Braxton Sims. He'll go around the horn and now inside to Jeremiah Hurd. Turns, fakes off a defender, but he must have shuffled his pivot foot because they call a travel, and that'll be a turnover for Model, and Coosa will feed it back in. Ashton Williams has got it. He'll go across the timeline. Dribbling at the top of the key, leaves it off for Aaron Davis over on the right wing side. Now back up top to Williams. He'll pass it on to Filial. Makes a move to the basket. It is off the back of the rim, won't go. Rebound taken by Jeremiah Hurd. He gives it to Richardson. Richardson goes to the other end for Model, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul that is going to be charged against the Coosa Eagles. It's going to be on Aaron Davis. Davis picks up his first foul. And here's Richardson off the inbound pass for 3 and knocks it home. 3 threes tonight, 9 points for Darian Richardson, and we're only 2 minutes into the second quarter. 5:52 left to go in the second quarter with Model leading it by 5, 25-20. Nice pass inside to Joseph Richardson, but can't get the finish. Dane Fisher's there for the rebound. Cole Mathis gets it into Jeremiah Hurd. He banks it in off the glass. Hurd with 6 points in the game. Model with a 7-point lead, 27-20 your score. 5:30 left to go in the half. Ashton Williams is going to slow down the pace a little bit here for Coosa. Now he gets it up to Filial. Just a couple of steps inside the free throw line. Shoots, misses the jump shot. Williams gets the rebound. Aaron Davis for three and misses. Rebound goes to Coosa. Filial gets another look at it, misses that shot, and it's going to stay with Coosa. There's Richardson from way downtown. That's off the mark by a good bit. Misses that shot off the glass. And we're under 5 minutes to play in the first half with Model leading at 27-20 at home. Ball poked loose. Here's Richardson all alone and lays it in. Joseph Richardson with an easy layup and a transition bucket after the turnover. 4:40 left to go here, first half. Model up by 5, 27-22 after the basket from Richardson and Coosa. Cutting into that Model lead. Ball poked loose, but it stays with Model. Richardson with the ball. Now on to Cole Mathis. He'll drive towards the basket and kind of slips and travels. That'll be a turnover for Model. Right now on the floor for Coosa, you've got Joseph Richardson, Zaire Filial, Ashton Williams, Aaron Davis, and then also Landon Tate. In other words, you got all their starters back into the game together. Richardson tries to feed it down low for Model. It is stolen away. Here's Aaron Davis for Coosa. Gives it off to Williams. Now on to Joseph Richardson. Palms the ball as he tries to spin. And that's a turnover. And we get ready for Model to inbound the ball, leading at 27-22. You're listening to High School Hoops on WLAQ, presented by Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales. Dane Fisher backs up around the top of the key. Searcy on the left wing with it now into the game here for Model. Aaron Davis steals away. He's got the ball in his hands. He's across the timeline for Coosa. Joseph Richardson goes right to the basket, puts up a floater, misses, gets his own rebound. And here comes Zaire Filial. Gets around Jeremiah Hurd and knocks down a layup. Filial now with 12 points, leads all scorers in the game. 27-24, Model with a 3-point lead. Here's Fisher off the glass, caroms off the rim. The putback won't go for Jeremiah Hurd. The board this time goes to Coosa and Landon Tate, and he'll leave it off for Joseph Richardson, who'll run the point, bring it up the floor here for the Coosa Eagles. He gives it off to Ashton Williams. Williams directing traffic right now for his team. Gives it off to Joseph Richardson. Richardson drives into the paint. Circus move towards the basket. Puts it up. Can't get the shot, but he's going to the free throw line after being fouled. Jeremiah Hurd picks up a foul. That's his first of the game. We mentioned to you earlier, in the first quarter, Jakinis Hurd, his brother, picked up a couple quick fouls. He's been spending some time on the bench. First shot is up and in there for Joseph Richardson. So he makes his first free throw of the night and cuts it to a 2-point deficit for Coosa. And this one's going to rattle off the rim, so it'll remain a 2-point deficit for Coosa. And Jacob Travis, head coach of Model, is going to call a timeout and talk things over. 3:04 left to go, second quarter. Model 27, Coosa 25. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Thanks for listening to High School Hoops on WLAQ, AM 1410, 96.9 FM, or if you're one of our online listeners, we welcome you to the broadcast. Model gets fouled as they go in off the inbound pass. So they will inbound baseline underneath their own basket when we resume with 2:54 left to go in the first half, and Model leading at 27-25 over the Coosa Eagles, playing here inside Woodard Gymnasium on the campus of Model High School. There's Cole Mathis for three and drills it. The three-point shooting in this game has been unbelievable. That's 3 for Cole Mathis. He's got 9 points. Here comes Coosa on the other end. Ashton Williams has got it. He's at the top of the key, puts up a three-point shot. That one's going to rattle off the rim. Jeremiah Hurd pulls down the board for the Blue Devils. Darian Richardson across the timeline he goes. Works it off to the right wing side to Dane Fisher. Fisher now up top to Cole Mathis. He will drive towards the basket, trying to get it off to Jeremiah Hurd. Hurd's got it. And he's going up to shoot. He gets fouled, so we're going to see Hurd at the free throw line. And Coosa is doing everything they can to not let the size of Jeremiah Hurd be an advantage. They're not letting him have any easy buckets underneath. They're going to make him earn it, no doubt about it. The foul is going to go against Josh Dixon. Jeremiah Hurd is at the free throw line. And I tell you what, he stands out because of his size. I mean, he's 6'9", probably about 280, but then he wears these pink shoes, and I love them, man. They're awesome shoes. I wonder what size they are. I'm gonna have to find that out. Those things are massive. But Jeremiah Hurd is at the free throw line. He made a pair earlier in the first quarter, and this one's going to carry him off the rim. He'll get ready for his second. So that's the first missed free throw for Jeremiah Hurd of this basketball game tonight. And he's been the only free throw shooter here for Model in the game, and that one rattles out. So he is going to be 50% after that trip. Across the timelines, Ashton Williams feeds it to the right wing quarter to Joseph Richardson, and yes, sir, he knocks down another three-point shot. 30-28, Model still on top, but now by only 2 points. Cole Mathis with it on to Searcy. Darian Richardson feeds it down to Dane Fisher. Pump fakes twice, puts up a shot, misses. Rebounds taken by Zaire Filial, and Coosa, trailing by 2, has possession of the basketball. Ashton Williams goes into the paint. Bounce pass down low into the hands of Josh Dixon off the glass and in, and we're tied. 30 apiece. Model and Coosa. This game is delivering the goods, no doubt about it. Here in the first half. 1:25 remaining. Darian Richardson, and it goes off his knee. Jeremiah Hurd will take a seat. Joey Samples comes into the game. So now for Model, you've got Cole Mathis, Darian Richardson, Jalen Searcy, Joey Samples, and Braxton Sims. For Coosa, it's in the hands of Aaron Davis. They have the ball on their side of the floor. Now up top to Williams. Williams works his way into the paint, bounces it out to Aaron Davis at the top of the key. Filial passes inside to Josh Dixon, and that is going to be a charge that's called offensive foul against the Coosa Eagles. And we're going to see the Model Blue Devils inbound the ball. Right now, Cole Mathis is kind of dragging his feet on the floor. Must be a little bit of moisture there on the floor up underneath the basket. Dane Fisher set to trigger it in here for the Blue Devils. Gets it in to Darian Richardson. Outlet pass down low to Braxton Sims on the right wing side. Back to Richardson's under a minute to play here in the half. Model and Coosa in a dead heat at 30 apiece. We're going to have another whistle and a foul. That one's going to be on Joey Samples. He'll pick up his first foul. It'll be the third team foul for the Model Blue Devils in the game. 4 for Coosa, by the way. Got 53 seconds left on the clock here in our first half of play. Across the timeline goes Ashton Williams. Leaves it for Zaire Filial at the top of the key. And it looks like Coosa may try to battle for the last shot of the half. They want to have the lead going into the locker room at halftime, and right now standing with it is Williams. No shot clock in the official rules yet in the state of Georgia, but they're cycling it in. So Coosa can keep the ball as long as they want to. Ashton Williams has got it. He's on the top of the M at center court. Joseph Richardson now with it. Now Coosa will start to move the ball. Zaire Filial goes into the paint, puts up a shot, misses. Rebound taken by Model. They may get the last look. Down low to Sims, off the glass, too strong. Misses the layup after a great pass from Cole Mathis. 4.3 seconds left on the clock, but the ball is going to be staying with the Model Blue Devils. Darian Richardson will get things going in motion. He gets it out to Cole Mathis with 2.6 seconds, puts up the three, caroms off the rim, and that'll do it here for our first half of play. And at the end of our first half, ladies and gentlemen, we'll report to you that we are even on the board. We're in a dead heat as Model and Coosa are tied at 30 points apiece. What a heck of a first half of play. We're going to send it back to the studio at WLAQ for a timeout. We'll come back and run down the first half scoring after these messages on WLAQ. And no doubt that, again, the first half of that game just really delivered the goods. If you're just generally speaking a basketball fan, that's what you want to see. That was a lot of fun. So can only imagine the fireworks that we're going to get in the second half of this basketball game. And I mentioned to you before the break, I total up the three-pointers made for each team in the first half. And for Model, they would set the pace with 6 made threes, and Coosa would have 5 made threes. So total between the two teams, we saw 11 three-point shots drained in our first half. So pretty interesting first half, to say the least. Well, we are getting ready to start our second half. We're going to keep it right here. Again, glad you're with us for Model Basketball Night on WLAQ, presented by Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales. And what's on the docket for each of these teams coming up next on their schedule? Well, the Coosa Eagles are going to get back after it coming up on Friday at home, hosting Fannin County and girls and boys games. And then the Model Blue Devils are going to be hitting the road for a pretty long road trip, going over to Dade County to play a couple of games over there. And I will, of course, on our social media channels, Facebook and Twitter, let you know sometime tomorrow whether or not we're going to be able to pick up the broadcast of the games over there. I got to check on the logistics of that, but it is possible we'll have those games for you coming up on Friday. So the Blue Devils will open up on offense. It's triggered in to Darian Richardson. Model's got the ball. Dane Fisher tries to bank it off the glass, gets it to the deck, and now a couple of shots from Jeremiah Herder missed. A third shot he misses, but he gets fouled, stays with it, and he's going to the charity stripe. Much to the delight of Jacob Travis. He loved the battle underneath there, and Jeremiah Herder getting to the free throw line there on that opening possession of our second half of the game. So Hurd is at the free throw line, putting up the first free throw, and that is good. Knocks down the first one. We'll get ready for the second one. Model regains the lead at 31-30. The foul, by the way, and the free throw, second one is good, was on Zaire Filial, his second of the game. First team foul for Coosa here in the second half. 7:40 left to go here in the third quarter. Model now leading it by 2, 32-30. Zaire Filial for Coosa tries to back his way in around Jeremiah Hurd, gets blocked going in, and Jaquinnis Hurd, the ball ends up in his hands, was looking for a foul to be called and gets called for a travel. A lot of contact as he went down to the floor. Coosa will trigger it in from the baseline. Joseph Richardson's got it, puts up a floater and knocks it down. That was a great move and shot. He's got 11 points in the game, and Coosa's locked it back up at 32 apiece. Jeremiah Hurd underneath. And a foul was called on Model, and Jeremiah has picked up his third foul of the game. So an offensive foul against Model, and we remain tied at 32 as Coosa brings it up the floor. Ashton Williams with it, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, finds Aaron Davis, who's got it around center court. Now on the left wing side to Richardson, tries to back his way into Jaquinnis Hurd. Hurd does a good job keeping him out in front. Here is Zaire Filial, turns around, shoots from the free throw line, misses, gets his own rebound, nearly stepped on the baseline, but somehow kept his foot in bounds. And we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow is with the Eagles this time around. We get ready for Joseph Richardson to set things in motion for the offense of the Coosa Eagles. Jeremiah Hurd will take a seat. Checking in is Joey Samples. And Joey Samples doesn't have nearly the height that you get with Jeremiah Hurd. but he's got a big, strong body and has a strong presence underneath, no doubt about it. Here comes Model on the other end, off the glass and in for Joey Samples, in off the bench. 34-32, Model on top. Ashton Williams with the ball, drives towards the paint. Somehow doesn't move his pivot foot. There's a long three-point look, and it is made by Landon Tate. He's knocked down 2 threes in the game. And I think both teams had 6. I don't think I totaled his up there in that first half. I'll double check that in a minute. But Richardson bounce pass underneath the Samples, and he puts up a shot as he's hitting the deck, but he slid and moved his pivot foot and travels. So we're going to see Aaron Davis inbound the ball. He'll toss it into Ashton Williams, who will trot down the floor with it, goes across the timeline, dribbles left. Going to give it off to Landon Tate, who just knocked down a 3 on Coosa's last possession. Joseph Richardson dribbling now with it on the left wing. He goes back up towards the top of the key, gives it off to Phil Yao, puts up a 3-point shot. That's an air ball. Rebound taken by Jaquinnis Hurd. Here's Richardson in the feed, down low to Samples, gets away from him and goes out of bounds. So this is going to be back with Coosa. Coosa leads it, by the way, 35-34. 5:35 left to go in the third quarter. Here's Williams across the timeline for the Eagles, who have the ball in their offensive side of the floor. They fire it onto the left wing side of Tate. Now back up to Aaron Davis, who drives into the paint, kicks it back out. There's Tate for 3, bounces off the rim, and the rebound's taken down by Jaquinnis Hurd. Fisher passes across court to Cole Mathis, who feeds it inside to Jaquinnis Hurd, and he gets fouled on the way up, so we're going to see Hurd going to the free throw line. Aaron Davis picks up his second foul of the night, Coosa's second team foul of the second half, and Jaquinnis Hurd puts his first free throw in the air, and it caroms off the rim. So Jaquinnis Hurd is going to get ready for his second free throw of the pair. If he makes this one, we're going to be locked up again at 35 apiece. And it's going to go off the back of the rim. So Coosa gets the rebound. Here we go the other way. There's Joseph Richardson with a 3 contested by Dane Fisher, getting his hands in there, deflecting it, forcing an air ball. And Model gets the rebound. Here they come the other side. Joey Samples with it on the left wing, fires it back up top to Darian Richardson, who leaves it for Cole Mathis. Cross court over to Richardson, to Samples for 3, caroms off the rim, and the rebound goes to Coosa. Across the timeline goes Joseph Richardson. He'll back up a few steps, feeds it to the right wing side. Nobody picked him up. Wide open 3. It is going to be missed by Landon Tate, and he had all day. Darian Richardson across the stripe at center court. Dribbles at the top of the key, gets just trying to work his way around Williams. Good defense from Williams there. Here's Fisher on up top with a pass to Samples, who cuts towards the basket. Here's Cole Mathis going in and is blocked by Tate. Stays in, Model retains possession. They'll work it around to Samples for 3 and knocks it down. Big time shot for Joey Samples. And Model is back on top by 2, 37-35, under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here's Ashton Williams. He'll pick up his dribble, feeds it back out to Zaire Filial on the left wing side to Tate. Here's Richardson going in towards the paint. A blocking foul is going to be charged against Model. They're going to pick up Jaquinnis Hurd with his 3rd foul of the night. And he spent more time on the bench than he normally would, because he picked up a couple of quick fouls in the first quarter. And now we're barely halfway through the third quarter. He's got his 3rd. He's going to stay in the game for now. Jalen Searcy checks in for Joey Samples. Aaron Davis with the ball on the left wing side, being guarded by Dane Fisher. Williams back to Davis on left wing side, shakes off Cole Mathis, puts up a jump shot off the mark. Rebound taken by Darian Richardson and Model. Across the timeline goes Richardson. The feed to Jaquinnis Hurd, right to the basket and in. Challenges Zaire Filial down low and wins the battle. 39-35, Model on top by 4. We're getting close to the 3-minute mark of our third quarter. Ashton Williams on to Aaron Davis. Davis will get it back to Williams. He'll set up the half-court offense here for the Coosa Eagles. Williams will make a move towards the basket, and a circus shot is missed, but Filial's there to clean it up and gets the putback. He's got 14 points in the game, and Coosa cuts it back to a 2-point game. 39-37, Model on top. There's a three-pointer drilled by Cole Mathis on the other end. He's got 12, all of them off three-pointers, so he's got 4. There's a long three-point look on the other end for Williams. Catches the front of the rim, won't go, but a long rebound for Joseph Richardson, and it stays with the Eagles. Richardson gets fouled, and he is going to go to the charity stripe. They're going to get Darian Richardson on that one. We've got 2:26 left to go here in the third quarter. Coosa trailing right now to Model 42-37. But they've got an opportunity at the stripe, and that's going to be left short off the front of the rim. Checking into the game for the Eagles, you're going to have Josh Dixon leaving. Is going to be, I think, Landon Tate. And here's the next free throw from Richardson. He'll knock that one through. 42-38 your score, 6-point deficit now for the Coosa Eagles. Model on top. There's Dane Fisher from way out. That's going to be off the back of the rim. Rebound taken by Coosa. Ashton Williams with the ball in his hands across the timeline. Feeds left to Zaire Filial, setting up an open three. And that'll be a turnover for Coosa as it goes off the top of the backboard. And we get ready for Dane Fisher to trigger it in. And it looks like Coach Tommy Lewis for the Coosa Eagles is going to call a timeout. So we're going to do the same thing. Model 42, Coosa 38. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Cole Mathis off the glass, misses the basket. Now Coosa's got it. Williams with it. The feed down low, and it's off the glass and in for Josh Dixon. He's now got 4 points in the game. It's 42-40. Model on top by 2. 1:38 remaining here in our third quarter of play. We were locked at 30 apiece at the end of our first half, and now it's only a 2-point game this far into the third quarter. What an unbelievable performance for both teams tonight. This is a heck of a matchup. Model and Coosa. Thanks for tuning in tonight to WLAQ. Glad to bring you some high school hoops here on a Tuesday evening. I had the opportunity to go down to Jacksonville State to take in some college hoops yesterday evening and on Saturday, so can't spend enough time in the gym. There is a shot blocked by Zaire Filial from Dane Fisher. Now the Coosa Eagles are on the other end, going in and getting blocked, and it was a clean block. Was Josh Dixon. Jakenis Hurd got up and knocked it down. Landon Tate's going to check into the game for Zaire Filial as Coosa gets ready to trigger it in. Williams sets it in motion, gets it into Joseph Richardson. So right now for Coosa, you've got Joseph Richardson, Ashton Williams, Aaron Davis, Landon Tate. Tate's got the ball, and also Josh Dixon on the floor for Coosa. There's Tate for three. That's a little bit too strong. Rebound is going to be taken by Dane Fisher as it caroms off the rim. And now Darian Richardson will bring it across the timeline for Model. Darian Richardson, Cole Mathis, Braxton Sims, Jakenis Hurd's got the ball, and Dane Fisher on the floor for Model. Shot is up and missed, but Jakenis Hurd gets fouled, and we're going to see him going to the stripe for the second time tonight. He missed his first 2 free throws, looking to dial it in here for his second pair. So Model on top, 42-40 over Coosa with 34.6 seconds left on the clock here in the third quarter. Shot on the way. It is no good off the back of the rim. Chiquinnis not missing by much, but a little bit too strong, and it goes back off the iron. Won't make it through the cylinder. Second shot on the way, and he's got it that time. So he's made 1 of 4 from the stripe. 43-40. Model leads it by 3. Coosa will feed it in as Josh Dixon triggers it in to Ashton Williams, who now leaves it off for Joseph Richardson. Richardson's at the top of the key with it. He's going to give it off to Ashton Williams. Williams back over to Richardson, and Richardson will start to make a move towards the basket. Now he dribbles around to the left wing side. Now back out to Davis. 12 seconds on the clock as Coosa looks to be battling for the last shot of the third quarter. They lose control of the ball. Davis has got it back, and he travels. That'll be a turnover, so it may looks like Model may get the last look here of the half. 6.2 seconds on the clock. You're going to have some pressure here from Coosa. Fisher is trapped. He's going to feed it down to Samples. 2 seconds on the clock for Sims. Works his way in and tries to scoop it in and misses. And we are going to have a 3-point ball game going into the fourth quarter. Model 43, Coosa 40. We'll be back for the final quarter after a 1-minute timeout on WLAQ. Piece at the end of the first half, and now we've got a 3-point lead for Model going into the final frame. Model opens up with possession of the ball. They fed it inside of Chiquinnis Hurd, now back outside. Richardson's got it. He feeds it up top. Cole Mathis, a wide open 3. That one won't go. Rebound taken by Chiquinnis Hurd, and he'll spin around, try to get it to the rack. Can't get it up there, and it is going to be picked off by the Coosa defense. Here come the Eagles back the other way. Phil Yao leaves it for Williams, who gives it to Davis with a no-look pass. Shot from the free throw line is missed. Foul is going to be charged, and Aaron Davis will go to the free throw line. No, it was on the floor, actually. It was away from the ball. They got Cole Mathis. He'll pick up his second foul of the game. And we get ready for Joseph Richardson to set things in motion for the Coosa offense on their side of the floor. Cross-court pass to Zaire Filia. Now back up top as Coosa will reset the offense, and Williams. 7:20 left to go in the game. Model up by 3. 43-40 is your score. Williams drives, kicks it out to Filial. 3-point shot, in and out. Rebound taken by Jeremiah Hurd. He'll leave it for Darian Richardson, who crosses the center court stripe and works his way to the right wing around a high screen set by Jeremiah Hurd. Now back on to Fisher, who lobs it down low to his brother Jeremiah Hurd, and he travels right in front of the official. That'll be a turnover for the Blue Devils. 6:54 remains here in the game. Model 43, Coosa 40. Ashton Williams will lumber down the floor with it slowly. Works his way off to the right side. No-look pass inside to Aaron Davis. Now on to Joseph Richardson for 3, and it rattles in. Joseph Richardson with a big basket here late in the game to tie it up. 43 apiece. Model and Coosa. Eagles and Blue Devils. Cole Mathis down low. Jeremiah Hurd turns, shoots, misses. Rebound taken by Aaron Davis and the Eagles. Bounce pass to the left wing side. Joseph Richardson. And I thought he kind of rushed the shot, but man, he knocks it down. What a great looking shot from Richardson. 45-43, Coosa takes a 2-point lead. Couple of quick threes from Richardson, and Coosa's got the lead. Jeremiah Hurd leaves it for Darian Richardson on the left wing side. Screen set at the high post. Now they get it down low to Jeremiah. Backs his way in. It is stripped away by Filial, loose on the floor. Filial comes up with it, and he will box out and give it off to Ashton Williams. So we've got 5:42 left. Coosa bringing it up the floor with a 2-point lead. Across the timeline goes Williams. Standing right on the M at center court. He will set up the half-court offense here for the Coosa Eagles. Tommy Lewis, the first season as the head coach of the Coosa Eagles, but he's got a tremendous amount of experience coaching over in Alabama. He's one of 25 coaches in the state of Alabama in high school basketball with over 600 wins. So I'd say he knows a thing or two about basketball. Three-pointer on the other end by Joseph Richardson is missed, but the long rebound goes to the Eagles. There's Filial, and he knocks down another one. Zaire Filial having a big game tonight for the Eagles with 17 points. And we're going to have a timeout called by Jacob Travis and the Model Blue Devils. We'll do the same. Coosa 48, Model 43, 4:56 left to go. Let's step out for a 30-second timeout. Well, right out of our timeout, we'll let you know that Coosa has the lead. 48-43 is your score with just under 5 minutes to go in this contest. And Coosa looking for the sweep tonight as the girls, Coosa Lady Eagles, picked up a 40-31 win in the first game of the evening. At the end of our first half, it was deadlocked at 30 apiece. At the end of the third quarter, Model will have a 43-40 lead. And Coosa's come on strong here in this fourth quarter and have taken a 48-43 lead. Here's Jakenis Hurd dribbling around the baseline with a reverse layup and the miss. Rebound taken by Coosa. They'll bring it up the floor. They've got all the momentum right now on their side. Across the timeline goes Ashton Williams, setting up that half-court offense here for the Eagles. He'll feed it off to the right wing, and Aaron Davis. Now inside goes Richardson and lays it in. Pretty easy basket there for Richardson inside. 52-43. Coosa's got a 7-point lead. Jakenis Hurd feeds it into the right wing side to Dane Fisher. Fisher kicks it back out to Jalen Searcy. He'll drive and gets fouled. So the Blue Devils set to trigger it in from the baseline. Darian Richardson set to get things in motion here for this Model offense. They need a basket in the worst of ways. They feed it into Searcy off the inbound pass. The three-point look is going to be short. Rebound taken by Coosa. Here come the Eagles with 4 minutes left to go and a 7-point lead over the Model Blue Devils. Aaron Davis has got it on the right wing. Now back out to Joseph Richardson. Richardson being guarded right now by Dane Fisher. Now they feed it down to Aaron Davis, who drives in, puts up the shot and makes it a contested shot. Great move by Aaron Davis, who's now got 4 points, and Coosa extends their lead to 52-43, so a 9-point lead here for the Eagles. Biggest lead of the night. Dane Fisher with it on the right wing side. Feeds it up top to Cole Mathis. He'll drive, puts it off the glass, rattles around and in. That's a big basket. The Model Blue Devils needed it desperately. And now a timeout is going to be called. We'll do the same. Coosa 52, Model 45, a 7-point game. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Welcome back into Woodard Gymnasium, where right now the Coosa Eagles set things in motion on offense, have a 52-45 lead over Model. You're going to see some pressure now from this Model defense. They'll feed it into Zaire Filial. They nearly had him trapped in the corner. Coosa works around it pretty easily. On the other end is Ashton Williams off the glass and in, and Coosa extends their lead back to 9, matching their largest lead of the night. Almost to the 3-minute mark. Cole Mathis with the ball. Starts to dribble in, kicks it out to Jaquinnis Hurd, gets his feet set, puts up a 3 but misses. Rebound goes to Ashton Williams. And the Coosa Eagles have the ball with under 3 minutes to go and a 9-point lead. Stolen away, Darian Richardson off the glass and in. Darian now with 11 points for the Blue Devils. And the fans explode as a foul is going to be charged against the Model Blue Devils. And a timeout is going to be called by Jacob Travis. So we're going to do the same thing here on WLAQ. 2:42 left. Coosa 54, Model 47. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Folks, 2:42 left to go. Coosa 54-47, and triggering in is Joseph Richardson, and a jump ball is called as Dane Fisher and Jaquinnis Hurd had Zaire Filial trapped, and they had the ball tied up. The possession arrow is with Coosa this time. Richardson set to feed it in. He gets it into Williams. Williams to Dixon, back to Williams. And now they get it over to Aaron Davis, on to Filial for 3 and drains it. Zaire Filial is feeling it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He's got 20 points. There's Jaquinnis Hurd and a jam! The 2-hole flush! That'll get the fans back into it. 57-49, Coosa with a big lead. But Jaquinnis Hurd with a 2-hand flush, trying to feed some more energy into the situation. There's Williams, attempt at a no-look pass underneath. The ball is knocked out of bounds. It's coming back to the Blue Devils. Boy, we've got an atmosphere for you tonight. You can probably feel it through the radio. Darian Richardson across the timeline, dribbles up to the top of the key, leaves it for Fisher for 3, rattles off the rim, it won't go. Ashton Williams gets the rebound, dribbles baseline, he's trapped, gives it off to Aaron Davis. Now he's trapped, ball's loose on the floor. It's knocked out of bounds by the Coosa Eagles, and it's coming back to the Blue Devils. Coosa 57, Model 49. Model forces a turnover with their pressure. They get it into Jaquinnis Hurd. Hurd back to Richardson. 1:46 left to go. Cole Mathis with it. Back to Jaquinnis, on to Richardson on the right wing. Feeds it into Jaquinnis Hurd off the glass. Nice kiss off the glass and in. And Model's battling back. It's a 2-possession game, 57-51. Coosa with the ball on the other end. Bounce pass down low. He attempts the reverse layup. Josh Dixon does, misses, gets fouled, and he's going to the strike. So Josh Dixon is going to the charity stripe. Model has cut it to a 6-point game. 57-51 is your score. At the free throw line is Josh Dixon. Shot on the way, rattles around the rim and in. The Coosa fans on the other side, they nearly go crazy, as they should. Here comes another biggie for Josh Dixon. Made the first, and the second will rattle off the rim. Rebound goes to Filial. No jump ball is called. It was nearly tied up. Davis has got it. Back out to Williams. Now on to Joseph Richardson. Richardson up top, dribbles in, nice move inside. The floater is going to miss the rim, and Model's going to end up with a basketball. Falling to the floor with it was Cole Mathis. A whistle was blown by the official, and it was awarded to the Blue Devils. Triggering it in is Dane Fisher. Gets it into Darian Richardson. He'll stop at the top of the key, send it over to Jalen Searcy, who feeds it back out to Cole Mathis. We're at the 1 minute mark. Right now, stolen away by Zaire Filial. Poke loose by Model on the other end. A scrum for it on the floor. And we've got a jump ball. Possession arrows with the Blue Devils. Got a 7-point game. Coosa up 58-51. Just under a minute to play. 60 ticks left on the clock. Here's Cole Mathis. Has his pocket picked. But Jalen Searcy gets it right back here for the Blue Devils. Dane Fisher. Jakenis Hurd. Now on to Richardson. Model trying to get an open look here and struggling against tight coverage here from the Coosa Eagles. Ball is poked loose out of bounds and actually some contact there, so a foul is going to be charged against the Coosa Eagles. Model triggers it in. They get it in. Cole Mathis for three. Yeah, that one's going to be off the front of the rim. Coosa leads it by 7. 33 seconds on the clock. Model's going to have to start fouling. And they do. And Model only with 4 fouls now after that one, so they still have a couple to give. Williams takes the inbound pass. 28 seconds on the clock. There's the foul on Darian Richardson. One more to give for the Blue Devils after picking up the 5th foul, 15 foul, and that's going to send some of the Model Blue Devils faithful to the exits. They sense they may be watching Coosa pick up the season sweep, the regular season sweep over the Blue Devils. This is the second meeting. Coosa won the first one by 1 point, and in this one they've got a 58-51 lead now with 20.7 seconds left on the clock. Took a moment or two for Model to get that foul. They had a little discrepancy with the clock, so they'll add a little bit of time. So now there's 26 seconds on the clock, but going to the free throw line is going to be Joseph Richardson. So Richardson at the charity stripe with 1 and 1 forthcoming. He'll dribble a couple of times, puts it up. That's off the front of the rim, so he will not get the back end. Rebound taken by Model. 23 seconds on the clock. Urgency needed here. Darian Richardson with it, drives into the paint, and he's going to lay it in. Nice layup by Darian Richardson, trying to keep things alive for the Blue Devils. That cuts it back to a 7-point game with 15.4 seconds left on the clock, and the Blue Devils call a timeout. So we're going to stay right here actually with only 15.4 seconds left on the clock. So to review the game a little bit, at the end of our first quarter, it was 20-17 in favor of the Blue Devils. They had a 3-point lead. Then in the second quarter, Coosa would outscore Model 13-10. We'd be at a dead heat, locked at 30 apiece at the end of the first half. Then in the third quarter, Model would outscore Coosa 13-10. So Model would go into the fourth quarter with a 43-40 lead. But then Coosa has had a couple of times throughout this fourth quarter where it felt like they were just about going to take over the basketball game. And now they lead it by a 5-point game. 58-53 is your score with 15.4 seconds left on the clock. But we're glad you're with us tonight on WLAQ. You're listening to Basketball Night presented by Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales. So you'd certainly rather be in the situation Coosa's in, but if you're Model, you're not dead in the water yet with it only a 5-point game. I thought they had 58-51 on the scoreboard just a moment ago, but evidently that there were a couple of points that were left off that they put back on. So they get it in, ball is loose, and finally a foul that will send Joseph Richardson back to the stripe. He missed his last free throw attempt, and Model faithful will hope that that trend continues. It's 58-53 in favor of Coosa. At the free throw line is Joseph Richardson. And Takes a deep breath, puts it up, and that one rattles off the rim. So he misses 2 in a row and keeps a little bit of life here for the Blue Devils. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Dane Fisher, and it's going to be with the Coosa Eagles with 8.7 seconds left on the clock. That's big in terms of this game. So we get ready for Aaron Davis to set things in motion for the Eagles. Another foul is going to be charged against Jakinnis Hurd as Coosa was trying to inbound the ball. So we're going to see Coosa going back to the free throw lines and a few more fans heading for the exits here. Standing at the free throw line is Joseph Richardson. He's missed 2 free throws in a row and make it 3. That one rattles off the rim. The rim not being kind to Mr. Richardson here late in this basketball game. But it looks like at this point, with only 8.7 seconds left to go, it's unlikely that will come back to haunt him. Shot on the way, that rattles off the front of the rim. He missed 4 free throws right there at the end, or 3, yeah, 4 actually. Long shot is made by the Blue Devils. Dane Fisher knocks one down, and that cuts it to a 2-point game. Model trails only by 2, and a timeout is taken, but we're going to keep it here with 1.7 seconds left to go in the basketball game. Basketball, that's a problem. But anything can happen, and we'll see what happens right here. But not a lot of time to work with only 1.7 seconds left to go here in this basketball game. And we get ready for Coosa to try to inbound the ball. And all they've got to do is bleed off 1.7 seconds off the clock. They got to get it inbound. Dane Fisher leaping in front of Richardson. He'll bounce it into Davis, and they foul him immediately, and time expires. But there's still going to be a little bit of time they're going to have to put back on the clock. The foul happened before time rolled off the clock, so the official will go over to the scorer's table, and they will put back some time on the clock, but enough time will have bled off the clock to make it a non-issue, I'm assuming. We've only got 1 second left on the clock. Going to the free throw line is going to be Aaron Davis. Aaron Davis is going to the stripe for the first time of the basketball game. 58-56 is your score. Coosa on top. Davis sends the first free throw. It is in and out. Free throw shooting has been troublesome for Coosa late in this basketball game as they try to close out their second victory of the season against Model. This one on the road. Next free throw on the way. He knocks that one through. Actually, they say that the free throw is no good as someone, I presume, stepped in the lane. So the score remains 58-56 in favor of Coosa, and Model has possession of the basketball. And this is going to be really interesting, folks, because we've got 1 second on the clock, not a lot to work with. And we'll see what the Blue Devils draw up here to try to utilize this 1 second they had to get the ball inbound and then get it towards the basket, and a wing and a prayer to keep this game in reach. So no matter what here, they're going to have to shoot the ball from 3-point range. So if they make the basket, they're going to come up with the win. There's no way that they can play for a tie with only 1 second to go in this basketball game. So part of this story, no doubt about it, and you know coaches preach about it all the time, how important free throw shooting is, but Coosa has left Model with an opportunity in this game with poor free throw shooting down the stretch here in this basketball game. So Cole Mathis set to trigger it in, being guarded. Here is Richardson at the buzzer. Oh my goodness, doesn't get it to the rim. And for a second there, I thought it was on track. And now the Coosa Eagles will let out a gasp of relief. They survived this game, and they win it 58-56 over the Model Blue Devils, coming up with the regular season sweep. They won the first game at home 63-62, and they'll take the road game in the regular season 58-56. So congratulations to Tommy Lewis and his Coosa Eagles on a hard-fought victory over the Model Blue Devils, and just an unbelievable atmosphere for a basketball game tonight. And congratulations to Coosa. They picked up the sweep of Model and Varsity games this evening. We're going to send it back to the studio here for a timeout. We'll come back and wrap things up here from Model High School inside Woodard Gymnasium when we come back on WLAQ.
This production is by Northwest Georgia Media. If you would like to support our channel, you can do so by simply subscribing and sharing. You can also support the channel with donations via the Venmo app on your smart device. Simply open the app and search for Northwest Georgia Media under the Business tab. Our Venmo handle is at NW_Georgia_Media. If you're a business owner and are interested in sponsorship opportunities, or if you'd like to get involved with our video production team, please email us at info@nwgeorgiamedia.com. Thank you for watching and for your support.